this video, we're going to be talking about the third relationship. And this one is called the multiplier effect. It's the relationship between an initial change in spending and the resulting change in GDP. So think back to our GDP equation that we talked about earlier. So we have our GDP, and we're going to add up all of the different spending. So the household spending, the business spending, the government spending, and net exports, that's our foreign spending. So the idea here is that one of these is going to change initially. So let's say the government increases the amount of their spending. That's going to increase GDP. But what will happen is that money keeps getting spent over and over again in the economy. So the change in GDP will actually be much larger than the change in government spending. And the amount by which it's larger, that's what we call the multiplier. So the idea is if the government increases their spending by 1 billion and GDP goes up by 5 billion, then the multiplier is 5. Or if, let's say, investment goes up by 10 billion and GDP goes up by 40 billion, then that would make the multiplier 4. So this top formula here will help you figure out what the multiplier is. If you're given the change in GDP and an initial change in spending, then, and it's not immediately obvious, a lot of times you can tell what it is just by looking at it, but you can use this formula if it's not obvious, and that will give you the multiplier. And we don't actually use this formula very often, but it just helps you to understand what the multiplier effect means and what that relationship is. This second formula, definitely write this down and keep it handy because we're going to be using this one a lot. So we'll be solving for the multiplier based on the MPC, which we talked about earlier in this chapter. I'll give you that formula in a bit. So you're solving for the multiplier, and then you multiply by an initial change in spending, and you'll be able to figure out how much will GDP change by. So if the multiplier is 4 and investment goes up by 20 billion, then we have an idea that GDP will increase by 80 billion. Or sometimes we use this formula the other way around. So let's say we want our GDP to increase by 100 billion. We know our multiplier is 5. We can say, well, the government can increase their spending by 20 billion, and we'll get the change in GDP that we want. Here's a little bit deeper look into how the multiplier actually works. So the main two things that I want you to remember here is 1, it depends primarily on the marginal propensity to consume of the nation. And 2, the multiplier process works because that initial change in spending keeps getting spent over and over again in the economy. That's what causes a much greater change in GDP. Okay, I'm going to walk you through the chart. And then if you want to, you can take a look at the graph down here. The exact same thing is happening in the graph that's happening on the chart. So here we can see we have an initial increase in investment of $5. So this $5 gets spent and it turns into income for someone else. Then that person takes their income. They're going to spend some of it and save some of it. And this is where the marginal propensity to consume comes in. So if the MPC is 0.75, it means that they're going to go out and spend 75% of it, and 25% of it they're going to save. So of that $5 increase in income, they're going to go spend $3.75. So this spending, when this person spends the $3.75, that's going to turn into income for someone else. When they spend it at a business, it'll either turn into a profit or wages for someone, or maybe the business will spend that $3.75. So the $3.75 gets spent again So that turns into income. 75% of that is going to get spent, and then 25% of it is going to get saved. So this 75% of it, the 281, gets spent again, and it turns into income for someone else. And then that person is going to spend 75% of it. And this happens over and over and over again. And we won't be calculating this amount for all these people that go out and spend the money over and over, all these rounds of spending. That would actually be a lot. There's a lot of rounds. That would be a lot of work. So I'm going to show you a shortcut method so you can figure out how to get from an initial change in spending to the total increases in income. So if we added up all of these increases in income in all of these different rounds, it would end up equaling $20. So here's your initial change in spending, and here's the change in GDP. And you can see it increased times 4. That means our multiplier is 4 in this case. Here is how you can solve for the multiplier. When you've got your MPC or your MPS, you may get that sometimes as well, without having to go through all that math that we looked at on the last slide. So make sure you know these two formulas down here. You're going to use them a whole bunch throughout this unit. So actually, and the next unit as well. So the multiplier is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. If I give you MPS, just take 1, divide by MPS, and you'll get your multiplier. So if we do the multiplier for the last slide, our MPC was 0.75. 1 divided by 1 minus 0.75, that would be 1 divided by 0.25, which gives us 4. So that's how we can find our multiplier. And here's a couple problems for you to try. These two problems are not related to each other, so do one on its own and then do 2 on its own. So for number 1, you're given the MPS and solve for the multiplier. For number 2, you're given the marginal propensity to consume, so you'll have to solve for the multiplier from that. Then you're given an initial spending change, so investment spending increases by 35 billion. Solve for how much the real GDP will change. So flip back a couple of slides and grab that formula that we talked about. The change in GDP is equal to the multiplier times the initial change in spending. That's what you're going to use here for number 2. So pause the video and try this out. First one here is really easy. Just plug the MPS into the formula. 1 divided by MPS is equal to the multiplier. So 1 divided by 0.33 will give you 3.03. The second problem has 2 steps. Step 1, if you're given the MPC, you want to find your multiplier first. So the multiplier formula for the MPC is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. Make sure you solve for the bottom portion first. So 1 divided by 0.2, which will give you a multiplier of 5. Then plug in the multiplier and the initial change in spending into your change in GDP formula. So the change in GDP is the multiplier 5 times the initial change in spending, 35 billion, and that will give you the change in real GDP of 175 billion. One more thing that you want to keep in mind when you see a problem like number 2 is that if the spending is increasing, GDP is increasing. So the answer to this would actually be GDP increases by 175 billion. And then keep in mind, sometimes you'll see the same type of problem, but it will say that spending decreases by a certain amount. And that would mean that real GDP is decreasing. This video is just a quick introduction to the multiplier effect. We're going to be using this a lot as we progress through this unit. So now we're just doing some basic math, but we're really going to get to use this as we move forward, especially in the next 3 chapters.